What if you could upgrade the extruder on your Creality K2 Plus in just a few minutes and make maintenance almost effortless? Today I'm installing the new DXC2 Extruder from phaetus and D3vil Design, a redesigned version of the popular DXC for the K1 series. And the most interesting part? This one uses a magnetic quick release system that lets you open the extruder instantly to clean the gears or fix filament jams. Let's see how it works. Worth mentioning, the unit I have here is a beta version, so the final release may have small differences. At first glance, the DXC2 keeps a very similar form factor to the original DXC. It measures 41 millimeters wide, 60.2 millimeters high, 23.2 millimeters thick, and weighs 80 grams. Let's take a closer look. It unlocks transparency. You can see the gears turning, the filament moving, and the arm pressing. Comes with linked double gear to multiply the filament contact, reduce VFA, and layer lines. Also with adaptive pressure rocking arm that allows it to print harder and soft filaments without touching anything. A filament cutting system with a replaceable blade which helps manage filament when loading or unloading. And the quick release snap system that allows you open the extruder instantly to clean the gears, remove filament debris, or check for clogs. Now let's install it. Start with the printer turned off if you have the CFS in the top like me. Start removing the PTFE tube, data cables, and the CFS itself. Then remove the top cover and make sure you are in a correct position to work. Before installing the DXC2, we first need to remove the stock extruder from the K2 Plus. Remove the front cover and pull up the PTFE tube. And the screws that secure the extruder in place. And pull out the front part. Then also remove the screws of the motor and disconnect the extruder cables. Don't keep it too far away, as you will need to use the sensors to install them on the DXC2. Separate the motor from the back of the extruder. Unscrew the sensors from the stock extruder and install them to the backplate of the DXC2. Check twice the orientation of the sensors and don't over-tight the screws to avoid breaking anything. Remove the other one, but install it later for easier cable connection. Align the motor on the backplate too and screw it. Make sure the connector is at the top. Make sure everything is well assembled before to proceed with the next steps. Now here's where the magnetic quick release design really helps during installation. Instead of trying to fit the entire extruder inside the printhead, you can install it in two pieces. This makes the process much easier. First, connect the sensor with the cable and screw it to the plate. Then connect the motor and the filament sensor cables and install the base section of the extruder into the mounting position. Secure it using the screws. Once everything is aligned, the second half simply snaps into place using magnets. This design not only simplifies installation, but also means maintenance later will be extremely fast. Finally, to release the pressure from the chain, you must install a chain riser. It's available on purchase for the launch edition, or you can print one. I printed a chain riser with a PTFE tube guide designed by Leote. This part raises the chain slightly and keeps everything aligned, preventing pressure on the extruder. The riser comes in two parts and needs 2 M3 brass inserts, 2 M3 screws. To install the inserts, I used my Benchy Nuda press, which makes the process quick and clean. Next, I removed the stock chain support and one chain link. Then installed the new riser, routing the cable inside and securing everything with screws. I routed the PTFE tube through the guide and securing everything with screws. Now everything sits properly aligned, no pressure on the extruder and the PTFE tube. So let's power it on and see how it behaves. This is always a moment of truth. You can already see how the filament is feeding us. For the first test, I printed my bed adhesion test design. This is a great way to quickly check extrusion consistency, first layer quality, and the build plate. And right away, the result is impressive. The layer lines are almost invisible, and the surface looks extremely clean. I ran a Benchy test using the default profile that comes with the printer when I bought it. And this is honestly one of the best Benchys I've ever seen on any of my printers. Clean surfaces, sharp details, and excellent consistency. I was very surprised that a file prepared by the original extruder could look so good without configuring anything. Finally, I wanted to test the cutting blade, so I started a multicolor print. For this, I used my spinning maker chip, which includes a lot of color changes in a very fast pace. This is where the system really gets pushed. Frequent changes, retractions, and feeding cycles, and so far it handled it really well. The DXC2 is looking like a very solid upgrade for the Creality K2+. The dual gear drive improves feeding reliability. The magnetic quick release design makes maintenance incredibly easy. And even with this being a beta unit, the performance is already impressive. I'll definitely keep testing it with more materials and longer prints. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more 3D printing upgrades, designs, and projects. And as always, happy printing!